Welcome back to the TheStoneRanger, everybody. Running a little bit late. Oh, bless him. It's sorry about that. As you can see, I've left the tree of life to one side, and I'm just going to carve a house there. I've done a little bit more on the tree of life while everyone's been gone. It's coming on nicely, but I just wanted to have a little change tonight. Carving this house out. I'm just marking around with this pencil. It's still a bit of a damp patch here, I don't know if you can see it, so I might do something different. I might start carving here and work away this way. It's better for you on the angle, and it'll give that chance to dry. The stone, I left it to dry, and it's a bit of moisture trapped under it on that one side. So I put a bit of information out on the channel, seeing if anyone's going to join us tonight. And I think we've got 10 people responded that we're going to try and come, which will be nice. Hopefully we get a few people interacting with each other like they did last week. The reason I'm late is because I was doing some emails for work and I was trying to rush my tea, which put me a little bit behind where I wanted to be. But I guess you wouldn't mind. That's all marked up. So Tanglin, I'll tell you what Tanglin is. Tanglin is the house name of my wife's grandparents' house in Bury St Ed. Well, it is Bury St Edmunds. It's just on the outskirts. A place called Great Saxon. Beautiful little village. So this house is at the end of a road, really nice, and it's thatched roofs along this lane. It's a beautiful little place. And my wife inherited this house, and unfortunately her granddad passed away a few years ago now, and her grandma last year. It's coming up to a year. So my wife inherited this house. It's having some work done before she sells it, and I said it'd be nice to do a new house sign for it, so that's why I'm jumping onto this. So it's actually Tanglin is from where they used to live in Singapore. So it's the village they used to live in Singapore. It's Singapore, so they named their house after it. So her granddad was the captain of an oil ship. So I never normally do this. Never normally work from this way. I can't make a wind-up web start with the G or the L. It's I'll start with the L, but I think you'll be able to see it better, and it'll just give that bit across this way a little bit more time to dry. I wonder how many people we can get tonight. It'd be nice if we could break our record of 11 thumbs up on the video for the evening. That'd be nice. You'll have to let me know who's on. Oh, Graham's on. Hi, Graham. Thanks for joining. wonder what Graham's been up to since last time he was on the live with us. The Tree of Life is coming on nicely. Did a little bit more to it off camera. I don't want to bore you every week with the same carving. So yeah, I've done a little bit more. I'll probably finish it on camera, I think. I'll do a little bit more to it. But next week I've got a little memorial stone to do. It's my friend's dog passed away. Big dog de Bordeaux. It was called Duke. Lovely big chap he was. He's unfortunately passed away a couple of weeks back now, a few weeks actually. It's flown by that. And I said at the time, I'd carve him a nice stepping stone for the garden. So we'll put his name on a nice piece of stone, a more natural weathered piece of stone, and then put a big paw print on it. So we can put it in the garden where he used to like laying in the sun in the back on the grass, and if he ever moves house he can take it with him. Big old Duke. Once looked after Duke. Duke came for a friend. He was on Dave was on holiday, and Duke came for a few days. I think it was 5 days in total. He lasted 2 days because we had a Norfolk Terrier at the time, and Duke decided it was more like a toy than another dog, and he pulled it. He got hold of it. He was pulling it all over. I wasn't in at the time, but my wife relayed the stories to me, and she said it was terrifying. They had to spray my hose pipe in the end to get him to let go. So Duke never came to a sleepover again after that, which is unfortunate because it didn't mean any harm. He was just, I just think he just thought it was one of his toys. Little fluffy thing he was. He was called, the Norfolk Terrier was called Nobby. He was a rescue dog. We've got another rescue dog now. We've got a Shih Tzu, which is my wife's. Nice to have a few people online already. We've got 4 people on, which is nice. You have to put in the comments who's on. Nice that Graham's on. It's nice to see a familiar face. Well, a familiar name on the comments anyway. I'll swap this chisel around. You know, I've gone straight back in with that 6mm chisel. It's like the go-to chisel. Did anybody see on the community page that I run a simple little stone carving or taster day? So we run it from 10 o'clock until about 3 o'clock through work, through the Peak Park, and they did great. I put a few pictures on. The guys and girls did really well. Really impressed. One guy had Paul had done a little bit of stonework before, but when I say a little bit, he'd been on 2 other taster days with different places. One with the National Trust and one with an independent. So he had a little bit more experience, but it was his first time he'd done lettering, and he was great. But it just shows that little bit more confidence in holding that hammer, because he'd done it before, how he got straight into it. Actually been out with Paul again today. He's been dry stone walling with me today, Paul. Some limestone. Just started to planting a plantation. It's 12,000 trees. Just started the plantation for. Through work local to my house. 12,000 trees. It's going to take some. And we broke ground today with the first ones in, first trees in, and it's rocky, which is a little bit disappointing. Yeah, I planned on being on for 7, but time just got away there. So I've got a full day carving live on YouTube coming up at the end of the month. It'll be a Saturday. Can't remember the date. Just waiting for confirmation. So it's for my local football team, which is Chesterfield FC, which is a big football team. It's not like a local village team, it's a big team. So I'm doing a stone carving for them to raise some money for their, well, I mean, they reckon the best ever player, and I can't argue otherwise. So Ernie Moss, raising money for some new stuff in the Ernie Moss Foundation in his garden at Chesterfield Football Ground. It's so it's a bit of an honour to be working on that, actually. So yeah, full day's carving. I reckon it'll probably work out that I'll be live for maybe 5 hours. I don't want to commit fully to the date, so I've not given them a proper date yet, because I've got a young lad locally. He's making me a new logo for my YouTube channel. I'm trying to keep the work local, support local businesses. So, and he reckons he'll have me some a logo for the end of the week. He reckons he'll have a couple of designs by the end of the week, and then once I've committed to that, I'll give him a date. One thing I could do actually is, if he gives me a couple of designs, I could stick it on YouTube for you. You guys can all decide which one we like best. Can we see the Tanglin on the screen okay, or shall I try and move the film? Try and bring you a bit closer in. Watch my cup of tea, that'd be deadly. that a bit better. Well, that's why I moved the phone last time. Because of the hammer. So what's everyone been up to this week? Has anyone been up to anything interesting? Anyone been carving anything interesting or making anything interesting? I'm not sure I understand. Oh, Graham sent me some pictures. I asked him to. I'm not sure how I'll get on that actually at the minute. So I've given my email address, but I'm sure if I go off my phone, how it'll work. I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. I'll have a swig of my tea and I'll try and log in. Looking forward to him. So Graham was doing some painting last week as he was watching. If I remember rightly, it was fantasy style. Sitting right. It's one thing I planned to do actually. Oh, drawings. That was it, drawings. Not paintings, drawings. Yeah, so I've got a couple of phones here. I've got my old phone, which I can look at the comments on, and then I've got my phone streaming, and then I've got another phone which is actually my work phone, which hopefully I should be able to log into the TheStoneRanger email address and get the pictures up, Graham's drawings. Quite loud a bit on the hammer there. Yes, I've got lots of carvings that people ask me to do and want to pay for, but I quite like doing stuff for charities. I quite like be able to carve them, give them away, and let's see people raise money with them. I know it's not always good for the bank account. At one point, all I wanted was paid jobs on the books to earn money, but something's changed. So I'm doing the Ernie Moss Foundation one, and then I'm in talks with somebody to contact me about grassroots football. So carving a Nottingham Forest, another, well, it's a Premier League team. They are a big team. Not sure if they're going to be a Premier League team this time next year, but hopefully for them. And it's I'm going to carve their logo onto a piece of stone. I've done a few football badges before, and then they're going to auction it off, and that's going to be raising money for defibrillators in grassroots football. So I mean, that's a worthy cause. I put a bit of a feeler out on Facebook to see if people would be interested. I had a massive response. So we'll be doing a few charity pieces coming up. Some on a Wednesday night, some I'll be doing live on a Saturday every now and again. The reason we're doing it live on a Saturday or a Sunday, it'll be nice for promotion for the people who are trying to sell it, to raise as much money as possible. They can say, go on, have a look. Sunday's a day where people will have a bit of time to log on, and they can see what they're going to be bidding on. They can see it's handmade. They can see us going about the process, how it all works. And I think it'll be great for them to get some traction in trying to auction or raffle the piece. Yep, I have Instagram, Graham, so it's TheStoneRanger. You'll see a picture of me and my shiny bald head holding I think it's holding a fish. It might have changed recently to just a picture of me in my office. But yeah, I'm on Instagram. What was that guy who logged on last week and we had a nice chat with? I forget what it was called. He had a great YouTube name. Oh, what was he called now? Come back to me. I keep thinking. I think now I'm nearly 37. My memory's starting to go. I was on the phone to my dad walking around the local shop earlier. I was trying to remember something. Gone. Can't do two things at once anymore. Can't shop and talk on the phone. Old age. Yes, that's it, Flint Eastwood. Yes, that was a great name. I don't know how I didn't remember that. Flint Eastwood. Nice that we've got 8 people tuning in. A couple of you have just joined. I'll explain explain to you what we're doing here. So we're making a house sign. Just bring it over so you can see. Just roughing it out a bit. So this is Tangling, the house name Tangling. So this is my wife's grandparents' house, who both have sadly passed away now. And they lived in Singapore, and they named their house back in Great Saxon, which is just outside Bury St Edmunds, Tanglin, and they named it after the place they lived in Singapore. So this is a little nod to them, and it's up for sale, the house. So we said we'd do a new house sign for it. The old one they've got, it's been there a while, it's looking tired, and it was nice to do a new one. And we'll put it on. I'm going down there in well, it could be a couple of weeks, it could be a month or so. Hang some doors around the property, get it ready for its final bit for sale, and it'll be gone. And then a few more bits to bring back up with us, back up to the Peak District, and then we'll be moving house. Went to look at a house not long ago. So when I'm looking at these houses, I'm thinking, how much space is there for a new... Oh, Brian remembered it was Flinty Eastwood as well. Better than me. When I'm looking at these new houses, I'm making sure there's plenty of space. Workshop space. I'm going to have a lovely new setup. I've been researching different camera angles, different cameras we can use for different videos, all sorts of stuff we can do in the property for videos, and really really make it a nice setup for filming on YouTube. So it's nice that my dad's on again. Maybe he can keep me in touch with the football score. If he's got the football going on his TV, and he's got this playing on his phone. So I think you were better off slightly back. You got a better angle. I think you're better off there, actually. Trial and error. Let me try this. See what you reckon to this. What we're up to with this light on or off? I think we should go off. You'll have to let me know what you think. So it's nicer for me working with that main light off. It's whether you can see it okay. We're up to 4 thumbs up already. Can we beat the record? Can we beat 11? 11 while on a live. Oh, there's Auntie Bridget. Auntie Bridget's on watching. So Auntie Bridget is looking after the house Tangling at the moment. It's to be honest, she's been amazing. She's doing so much work. Her and Ken. Ken makes the best honey in all of Suffolk. So Ken gave me this honey when I was last down there, and he spoilt honey for me forever, because it was so good that I can't actually just go and buy honey anymore. It's so I'm always craving Ken's honey, and he said to me, you can taste what different flowers there are when you've got the honey. You can taste it all. it tastes so good. You can taste like the lavender and all the different flowers in there from the different fields it's been. Ken's honey is amazing. Yeah, so Ken and Bridget will see this sign go in. New sign. It's they'll be there. Hopefully we're going down to see him soon. And when we move house and we've got a little bit more space, I'm sure their son Andy's going to come up to the Peak District, do some walking with his wife. Maybe his children. His children are growing up fast, I think. So I don't know if they'll want to come or not, but it'll be nice to see everybody. Oh, there's some more honey. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Ken. Maybe Ken's off to ukulele. Ken goes to ukulele club. I'm not sure if that's a Wednesday night though. I can't remember. So overall, everyone says we need to keep the backlight off. Well, that's good. And it's nice that Bridget approves. I shall tell Rowene when I go in there. Auntie Bridget's been on. Did you have a nice Christmas, Bridget? Tasmania. Let's say Tasmania. It's a bit far away. Wow, that's a nice one. That's a good one. We've had some people on from some distance. We've had some Pennsylvania, some Canada, now Tasmania. We've had some in Germany. And we've got Stony Middleton local. We've got Bury St Edmunds. Any advance on that? Quiet Christmas. I quite like a quiet Christmas from Bridget. It's well, we had all the boys and Lily home for Christmas. Fred was home from uni and Sam was home from the army, and it started off quite noisy with everybody around, everyone doing their thing, going out, meeting people. Fred was looking forward to his driving test, and then it slowly got quieter and quieter. Fred passed his driving test, so that's great. He's on the road, he's moving around, he's excited. He's got a little bit of time paid off work, so he's happy with that. Sam's gone back to camp, and we've all gone back to normal, but it was definitely busy at the beginning and then quiet towards the end. I quite enjoyed the quiet. I'm sure Rue's told you all about it on the phone. Let's have a swig of this tea before it goes cold. We'll have to look at Graham's drawings in a second. Get this to a nice position. Yeah, so when the new logo gets presented to me towards the end of the week, well, they said I'd have a few options to choose from to make and run it past you lot, and you can all tell me which one you prefer. The new logo for the TheStoneRanger. And then once the logo's done, I did promise I'd get some hats done. I did say I'd get some merchandise done, so I'd wear a TheStoneRanger hat. So when the logo's done, that'll you have to look out for them. That seems a better angle, and with that light off, like Graham said, you can see the cut better. And Brian was saying it's better with the light off. So this Tanglin house sign will go to Tanglin, but then when me and Rue and the children move, I'd like to do a bit of a nod to Tangling and carve maybe a millstone with the name on there, the Tangling name on there, just so Rowie, my wife, feels a little bit of a connection. We can have it in the garden. Maybe we could have it carved into a little bit of a bird bath or something in the garden with the name Tangling on. It'd be nice. Maybe change the name of our house we're going to move to Tangling. Well, that'll be up to Rowie. I do like the name Tangling though, it's different. I've never come across and been somebody who's made lots of house signs for a living. I've come across a lot of house sign names, but never Tangling. Probably said last week I carved the word cottage so many times. We did a couple of dun roaming. How's that looking? Is it? Let me see on there. Is it starting to take shape? I've not done it yet, but I think I'm going to put half ball nose on there. A couple of drill holes in here for hanging it up. I think the half ball nose in the points in the corner look really nice. And then probably paint the lettering maybe grey. I do like the grey. So the grey came about on the house signs as there was an undercoating, and then I just really like the grey. So I'm going to start doing a few house signs with the letter grey. With the colour grey, sorry, not the letter grey. Not as much weight on this piece as we had last week. I wonder if a nice strip there and just hold it in place nicely, stop it moving. So you can see I've put this bottom one on just to raise it up. That's what I like about this. You can just, I just add a piece in. I could just put a little piece on and just anchor it in place. There's a slight bit of movement. Let's have this, show you this to you before it gets cold and see if I can log into Gmail. Have a look at it. Graham's drawings. Not doing anything at the minute. So let's have a look. Wow, let's see how many people got. 6 people. That's nice. Nice that Chris has been on, Bry's on, and Graham, Janet. Let's have a look here. Remember the password now. It's going to send me a verification code, which is handy, isn't it? On the phone, I'm not using. Verify that later. Done. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can find these pictures. No. Try again. This is because I was rushing earlier. I wanted to have this set up. It's not looking good. One more try. Chesterfield 1-0 up. No, it's not looking good, Graham, on that for me logging in there. Unfortunately. Try one more. Oh, I'm in. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I had a feeling they'd be good. They're really good. Graham, do you mind if I hold the phone up to the camera so people can see these drawings? Wow, they're incredible. That's an incredible bit of stonework here as well. Some walling. Let's have a look at the walling. See what Graham says. See if I can show these pictures to you. Nice bit. Well, that looks nice stone. Nice bit of walling. That picture's blown my mind. So look at this one. Right, it says I can show you. Look at this picture. You can see that. Look at the quality of this picture, this drawing. That's incredible. Maybe Graham can tell us what the... Well, I love this knot in the bottom corner. I love this. I've got carving this. Some of this you can make a great carving. Get this up here. Wow. That's talent. Show you the next one. This was the first one I opened. Have a look at that. How good is that drawing? That's incredible. Is that all pencil? A4 and A2. Bit more stonework. Graham chilling. So what's it? Is this a seating area? Oh, the wall. So this wall, Graham's built with this fire pit. Nice seating area. So Graham must have built that wall around the back. Lovely stone. Look, I love the joints. That's amazing. It's a round of applause from me. Very nice. Very nice. Right, I'll do a bit more carving. So is that all pencil, did you say there, Graham? That's incredible. So anybody who wants to send any photos in of the things they've been up to, things they've been making, it's send them through. So I put in the description, I put an email address, so it's TheStoneRanger. It doesn't have to be stone related, like Graham's drawings, even though there was some stone in there as well. It can be anything. Anything you've been up to this week. Let's have a look. It'd be nice to see what everyone else has been up to this week. So this week for me, a little bit of carving so far. I mean, it is only Wednesday. Started planting some trees, like I said earlier. So start the through work. We're doing a new plantation. We've got 12,000 trees going in. A little bit of walling and a little bit of decorating in the office over the weekend. And I played five-a-side last night. So to say it's Wednesday, I am taking into account the weekend now, but it's been fairly busy. Tomorrow I'm doing quotes, lots of quotes tomorrow. Not my favourite thing to do in the world. Yeah, it says we've got 10 people watching. It's anybody new, welcome. If you're just joining in for the first time, just drop your little comment in below where you're tuning in from. We've had somebody in from Tasmania. It's and we're just carving a house sign, so we're carving a house sign Tangling on a nice piece of polished Derbyshire gritstone. It's actually off the same. So the piece I was carving on the tree of life, it's just the end off of that really. I just cut it down. And I'm going to put that chamfer on like I was talking about. Yeah. Also, if you like the video, if you like the fact that we're doing lives, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Even if you don't like it, give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel get growth, and the more growth it gets, the more coppers it puts in the little. I have a little like TheStoneRanger account, and it goes up by pence a day. But every time we get up to a milestone, I'll reinvest it. Like I'm paying the local guy to do the logo. I'd like to invest in a better camera at some point when we move. It's nice to have a little bit there to be able to get more equipment, new lighting bits slowly. I've always said that I'll just like this natural growth and just keep improving. I'd like to somehow come up with some kind of membership thing that we can do, so people can feel part of it. Not fully sure how it works, but that'd be nice. But yeah, a thumbs up, if that's how you can support and help, a thumbs up is a great way. So YouTube's algorithm, the more people that comment, the more people that put thumbs up, and the more people that tune in, it just helps YouTube promote it. They see us that we're doing well. Texas. That's a great one, Texas. It's that's some distance. So we've got Texas. Wow. How is the tree looking? So from Graham. So yeah, the tree's looking good. I did a little bit more work on it. I'm gonna try and finish it. Maybe I'll finish it this weekend. I've got a little bit of time Monday morning as well. So I might do it live again, but what I definitely will, so I'll finish it live. I'm going to paint it as well, but I'm going to do that memorial for a friend who's, unfortunately, his dog passed away. So that's next week. But no, the tree's looking good. Just moved it out of the way tonight, just for this. And also I thought 3 weeks in a row, or 3 live sessions in a row of me carving the same thing, it would be nice to just change it up slightly. And I've also got a Celtic knot to carve live, and a few football bits for charity. So we've got lots to do. I like that in your carving, Graham. I like that. I like that knot you had in the corner. That was really nice. I'd love to carve that. So Jane, how is life in Texas? Somewhere I've never been to, Texas. 6 thumbs up. We're getting there. Slowly getting there. 11 is the record. Like I was just saying, it's amazing just what a thumbs up will do to help just YouTube. As people interact with you, YouTube promotes the channel, so more people will get to see it, and then we'll grow the TheStoneRanger community. So we're over 4,000 of us now. So we've got 4,086 maybe. I wonder if Brian will send any pictures in to show everyone. I know he's been working on some stone mushrooms. You can make a few stone mushrooms. Locally they call him the Mushroom Man. He sells a lot of stone mushrooms around Christmas time, does Brian. Little tip for you, do you know, I was saying this still got this damp patch here. So one thing I used to do when I needed to draw this, when I needed to dry the stone, and sometimes I sit in the sun, but I could sit it on a piece of ply like this, and it'd draw that moisture out of it. What really helped, or some card, and to suck the moisture out of the stone, which really helped. Because you don't want to warm it up too quick, because I mean, I've done it before. I put it on the top of a log burner once to dry a piece and cracked it in half. I've used a blow lamp on stone before. It's never really good. You want it to really want it to dry nicely. The sun was always the best. If I needed a piece of stone drying quick, the sun would do a fantastic job. But to draw that last bit of moisture out, sitting it on a piece of ply overnight really helped. I'm quite excited for the young lad Luke who's doing the logo to send it to me. It's he's also going to make me an intro to the start of my videos. It deserves a bit of a better intro now. But no, I'm quite excited about the new logo. It'll be nice. I'm looking forward to getting a TheStoneRanger hat or t-shirt. Maybe we'll have to send one down to Bury St Edmunds for Ken and Bridget to wear around town. The TheStoneRanger fan club. We'll have to come up with a name for it, you know, like Justin Bieber's people who support Justin Bieber are called Beliebers. We'll have to come up with a name to go on it. If Graham ever has a fan club t-shirt made for his drawings, I want to buy one of them. We've still got a decent amount of people on. It's not dropped off to ones and twos. It's so that's nice that people are staying around. What's the angle like? Can we see how the house sign's coming together? How's it looking? Seems such a strange thing to be working. Just always to start from the end and work my way along. Doesn't seem right. So Graham's got 3 drawings to do. He's going to add to the list. What, to draw the knot. You're going to draw. If you draw one of the knots, send it to me so I could carve it. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, I'd really love that. Just thinking about that in my head, how it turn out. What would you do with it? Would you post it back to you? Would you put it in a frame? Would you? How would you do that? It'd be amazing. I love the idea. I'd have to do 2. You'd want that up on the wall in the new workshop when we move to the new location, to the new big workshop, the big lighting, new cameras. So I'll have that up on the wall. Oh, Graham, that's amazing. Well, if you could draw a knot, either post it to me and I'll pay for the postage and everything, or email me a knot and I can print it off and draw it on the stone. I'd love to give that a go. That'd be fantastic. So I bought some carbon paper to transfer stencils onto the stone, and I was going to do a little video about it. And then I tried a piece just to see how it works on normal paper. Worked great. Onto stone, could not get it to work. I've done it on the limestone. I did the review on the beginner stone carving kit, and they used the carbon paper. And on the limestone, it worked really well. But it was like a Maltese limestone, so it was really chalky, very smooth on top, and it took to it really well. But I did it on an off-cut piece of this. It just doesn't take to it at all. So I don't know if I'd have to polish it down to a really high polish to get it to work. But I didn't even attempt to transfer it onto it. So I'd like to come up with a solution for that, because I think it'd be a great way for some people who were learning to carve, who are struggling with the stencils, who just want to have a go and not have to worry about marking out, a way of going about it. It's I'm going to try and come up with a solution to that. So if any of you've got any suggestions. So when I started carving, I would print it out on computer program, Word, or draw something, super glue it to the back of a piece of card, so we never chucked a pizza box away, or a cereal box. Cereal box has always made good card. And then stick it on, and then I'd just get the Stanley knife and chase it out. All the times have moved on from that. And I do like to mark stuff out by hand onto the stone, but I just like to do the hard work of with the stencil. I like to do all that on the computer, sat inside, not on the piece of stone, sat with the family or doing jobs, so you can go to it on the computer and do it rather than marking it out by hand. But I will mark one out again by hand soon, so I can make a video about it. Well, let's have a look at James. I'll have a look. So what's he put? He sent in, since we asked for a stone project, people have been doing, James has sent a picture of a house sign he's done, or a house number for his, let's say, mother-in-law. Let's have a look. Are you okay with me sharing the picture on the screen, James? Let's have a look here. Give it a minute to load up. Oh, that's nice. First real stone carving project, self-taught, so thanks for posting the videos. They've been really helpful. James. That's great. I'm not sure your keyboard's going to enjoy that, but that looks great. Nice stencil. Oh, it's not a keyboard, it's a door. Sorry, that's a doormat to stop it sliding around. Clever. I've looked at it and thought, he's got that resting on his keyboard. So that's a piece of limestone, is it? Look at this, everybody. See if I can make it bigger. Yeah, local Texas limestone. So it looks great. I love the chamfer around it. I love the this one's beautiful. Look, well, to be honest, it's all beautiful. And is this your first ever completed project? That looks great. Really like it. Let's zoom in on that. That looks lovely, limestone. Is it nice to work with? Nice close up there. Lovely, some lovely V carving. Nice and deep. Yeah, good shadow mark on there. I'm impressed. Self-taught. And you've been watching the videos, which is great. Let's look at that stencil. So you've marked, what did you mark that on with? Like red pencil? That's another great job. Well done. I like this, people sending in carbon paper. So the carbon paper's worked on that stone there. We were just on about carbon paper. So that's worked on that stone there, but not worked on this stone. I wonder if that's because that limestone there again is so smooth on the top. It takes to it well. Because it's just that bit more gritty, just not taking to it. We'll have to have another mess about. See, I think it'd work really well on the slate. I don't think it would have any problems on the slate. Obviously it'd be dark. So then watercolour, you painted that on. Filled in with watercolour. No, that's clever. Yeah, anyone else who either is watching this video now or tune in later and watch it on a bit of a catch up for next week, if you want to send any pictures in of what you've been up to, I've put a email address in the description. Send them through and then we can have a look at them. We can all look together. We're starting off with two great pieces. Some drawings from Graham, sorry, and some stonework on his outdoor fire pit area, which looked a lot warmer than it is here, and James's house sign for his mother-in-law. Sharpen this up. So I don't know what the temperature is like there for everyone, but for me at the minute it's about 0 degrees in this workshop. Due to get colder, so we've got a bit of snow on its way next week. Not a lot. The media hype is telling us we're going to get a bit of snow, and it's hard not to get worked up in it because you think, oh, I love a snow day, especially the children and my wife. I told my wife it snowed this morning before she got out of bed. She was very disappointed when it hadn't. What have we got now? Faces in Stone, thanks for the support. And you're stuck in work. What is work? What are you supposed to be doing instead of tuning in? Is it a stone related job you've got going? Probably a little bit too far away from the camera there, so I'll come back over here. Let's say San Antonio. Robot programming. Wow. And what are we programming the robots to do? I wish it was stone related. And I'm going from the name that you like, carving faces in stone. Getting so many people on tonight whose names I recognise from comments in the videos what we've made. It's nice to it's nice that people are tuning in. Welding robots for the metal fixing that go into parking garages. Wow. Definitely not stone related. I'd love to see some pictures of these carvings. So I don't know if you was tuned in when James sent some pictures of his house sign he's just done for his mother-in-law. Just had a look at it, and then Graham sent some pictures in some stone walling he done with some beautiful stone outside in a fire pit, and then some drawings he'd done. And actually we're going to do a carving of one of his drawings. So yeah, send some pictures in, send them to, there's an email address in the description, and then we can have a look. Only if you want to. Not everybody wants to send the pictures in. But it doesn't have to be done tonight, even at another time. So we've got them for next week. If people are tuning in at all next week, I wouldn't ever show any on the screens without people's permission. I've just been doing an online GDPR course. That was fun. the fire safety course and how to lift a cardboard box properly. It took me 20 minutes to learn how to lift a cardboard box properly. I can hear my dog mooching around up the top, so my wife's let the dog out into the garden, and I've got a Springer Spaniel, and he'll hear my voice and I'll be sat at the top of the steps waiting for me. I purposely left him inside where it was warm so he wasn't just sat around. Thanks, Graham. Thanks for tuning in, showing your support again. It's much appreciated. I will look out for any more emails of some fantastic work you've been up to. And hopefully we'll see you maybe next week or whenever you've got time to tune in again. How's that looking on the camera? Are we getting conscious? I'm so close to the camera now with the hammer. I don't want to melt the phone too much and make you all jump. The hammer coming towards you. I wonder if Brian's still on. Well, Graham says he'll tune in if he can. I wonder if I can. Oh no, I was wondering if I could, from my end, if I can give like a thumbs up on comments, but it doesn't look like I can. I know we've got 8 thumbs up for the evening and 11 is our record. I wonder if we can push it to get to 11. Try and match the record. That'd be incredible. Move this a let's just get a bit of angle away from that camera. Just thinking about the comment about programming robots to do welding. Them big arms will go around. What amazing things! I saw that little video what's going around on social media of that. It's been going around a while now, but I saw it again the other day with when you buy a hot dog and it takes the hot dog out and it kind of warms it up and then it gets the bun, opens the bun up and puts the hot dog inside. And he drops it through the counter. It's so simple but also amazing to watch. And we're going to look back at that in hardly any time. Think how far we've come. My wife bought me a Meta Quest for Christmas last year. like the VR headset thing, and I'll have a game of table tennis with my friends on it, or I'll play cricket on there. I'm a wizard playing cricket in my pyjamas. It must be hilarious to watch. I got stumped out the other day. The umpire got called all sorts of names, and my wife had to say, "Look, it's just a game." And then I was playing table tennis, and I finished for the night, or finished playing with my friend, and I took the two controllers off, and I went to place them on the table and just dropped them on the floor because obviously the table isn't actually there. It's taking some getting used to not having my radio. So used to having a radio while I'm working. Not to have a radio is very different. Unfortunately, I just put one AirPod in and listen to a bit of music while I'm carving as I'm talking to you. But then I'll end up starting singing, and that's definitely not one way to get people to tune in. That's definitely to get people to tune on. Graham's back. It's still on for now. Oh no, it's Bry. 4-0. Wow. That's a great result. And there's, I forget who they were playing, was it Gillingham? Yeah, so going back to the music, it'll be nice to have some music on, but I just can't with the copyright. But it got me thinking, what type of music do you all listen to when you're carving away? Is there an album you go to straight away? Is there something you like listening to? So before I switched on to live and I had my music on, I was listening to a bit of Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's just a long list of great music there, great songs there. I also had a little bit today at work. I had a little bit of Chris Stapleton's new album's good. I like that. Bit of Joe Cocker. And also a bit of Willie Nelson. I think I told you last week I had a Willie Nelson song, Seven Spanish Angels, stuck in my brain. It was like, I couldn't get it out of there because I'd been watching an episode of the new Willie Nelson show. Yeah, so it'd be nice to know what type of music you're listening to when you're carving. I might put that out there on the community page as a question. What music does everyone listen to when they're carving? So when I'm out walling, I've always liked having the radio on. It's for those who are not here in the UK, there's something called Potmaster, which is on about 10:25 each day in the week. You put the kettle on, you listen to Potmaster, and it's just a music quiz. Now it's changed its name now to 10 to the top, and it's good, it's great. But then since working with other people at the Peak Pub, they don't really have the radio on, and I've really grown fond of just working and listening to the birds and just listening to what's going on around me. I quite like that now. It is very easy to just ask Alexa to play me this or play me that. I do like that comfort. Full nil, I can't believe that. That's great. Yeah, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Some great music there. We actually bought my son last Christmas the vinyl player and bought him that album. He's got some great albums, and Sammy, and now he's this year he got some lovely speakers. Well, actually, him and his older brother both got some lovely speakers for their record players. Sam and Fred. Nine thumbs up. We're so close. By the time I finished and got to the end here, I reckon we can get to 11 thumbs up to match our personal best on live feeds. I'm sure we'll look back one day and think, wow, 11. And we'll have 100 maybe one day. To be honest with the growth of the channel, what's happened in the last couple of years, it's been a natural growth of us, plucked away, nice and steady. I can see us doing a live feed one day and there'll be lots and lots of people tuning in and everyone having a nice chat, and we'll get 100 thumbs up one day. Got this dream that we can all do some carving together. Not sure how it'll work, and I'm not sure. Well, I'm just not sure how it'll work. You can go live, and that's how we'd see each other. But I'd like the idea of having a TheStoneRanger members or a membership thing, and we can all carve stone together, and maybe I can email you a template we're going to carve, and then people can, wherever they are, whatever they're doing in that time, they can carve it, and then they can send the pictures in, and then I can be carving it live, and then we can have a chat about the carvings you've done and how it's worked. I suppose like book club. That is basically book club. If I sent suppose you have to have a source of stone, but I quite like the idea that, like James was carving it on his limestone in Texas, Graham had some beautiful stone in that picture he sent me of stone in his garden, some really nice stuff. Someone was in Pennsylvania. Everyone will have their own stone, even if it's just a piece of rockery stone from the Gauntlet. And we also did that video about practicing carving on some mortar mix, some sand and cement. So there's options out there, and I like the idea of coming up with a design, maybe drawing it up, or Graham could do us one, and we'll email it round everyone who's a member, and then we'll all carve it. I'll carve it live, you do it as and when you've got time. Maybe we'll do it once a month, and then we'll all chat about it. I wonder if that's a good idea. This is when I want, do you know, when we could hear each other talking. So if you're only just tuning in, the name of this house here is Tanglin. This house has, so we've got T, Tangling, and this is actually my wife's grandparents' house in Bury St Edmunds. Well, just outside Bury St Edmunds, in a place called Great Saxon, and this is where they used to live, in Singapore. Janet and David, and they named their house after it. So their house was lots of influence from Singapore. There was lots and lots of stuff. It's a beautiful house, really, really beautiful house. It's such a shame it's not here in the Peak District, because I know it's my wife's family home, and she's going to sell it soon. Unfortunately, her grandparents passed away, so she's going to sell it. But it's such a shame, because the house has got such great memories and such a nice place, just in the wrong location for our family. So, got 4 children, 3 boys and a daughter, colleges and universities, local. It just doesn't work to live down country, even though the fishing is better down country. That would be nice. I do like doing a bit of fishing. I've just been well, not reading, listening to the audio book of a couple of fishermen. So Paul Whitehouse and Bailey's friend Bailey. It's that's been interesting. I've got about an hour left on the audio book. The problem is, it's just made me want to go fishing. And it's January. I think it's safe to say I'm a bit of a fair weather fisherman. It's completely the wrong side of the carving for you guys who are tuning in at the minute. For you to see. I'm sorry about that, I might be getting you a little bit. yeah, so these football badges I've got coming up to carve for charities in the next few weeks, they're all going to be in relief. So that'll be a little bit different. I did actually flirt with the idea of doing the Tree of Life in relief, but I just think on here the sound, I wasn't sure if it'd be too noisy to, you know, shifting that bulk of material. But when I do the Chesterfield badge next, I'm going to have it so probably on my workbench behind me rather than upright on the easel. I find it less tiring on your arms when I'm going to be carving for approximately, what, 5 hours, 6 hours. So I think it'd be nice to have that comfort of carving down like you see on a lot of my videos rather than on the easel. And I think they'll get a good angle of me carving overhead. Not looking good to get into our 11 thumbs up. 2 away. I'm just going to talk 2 people into dropping a thumbs up on there. Said it was 0 degrees in this workshop. I'm starting to feel it. You can feel it now on the hands on the cold chisels. When it used to be in my old workshop, and Brian will tell you this, it was so cold in the middle of winter, the water would freeze. We'd have to buy water bottles from the local shop to get a cup of tea to boil in the kettle. We'd have the log burner going, which would warm it up, and it'd warm it up loads. But just first thing in the morning, it was so cold, we used to sit the chisels and the hammer on top, just so you didn't want to get the end on, you didn't want to change the quench on, or the way it's burning the end there, brassed in. We used to sit the chisels on and warm up, so when you could hold them, they were warm. It used to get so cold. We want to put the fire on that hot to try and warm it up quick, because it was so cold down there that the top of the fire started glowing red, and I actually thought that day we might burn down the building. It definitely pushed our limit that day. So it was a top loader, it was a French gobbet, and it used to absolutely swallow up wood. It would just burn wood. It was so good, but it was a wooden building, so it wasn't holding in the heat, so you was constantly feeding the fire to keep it warm. And I'd had it on, and because it was a top loader, it was flat, and I sat back and sat on it one day and melted my trousers. That was also a lucky escape. do miss the fire. But my new office, I can't complain too much because it's got central heating. It's set to come on nice and early, so when I get to work it's quite warm, and then have a little electric fire, so I can't complain. Maybe now we're starting to get, I'm starting to get more comfortable with the live feed and people dropping in and out and having a little chat. You know, think about doing a live tutorial, so if you're interested in coming along, we'll pick a design, we'll talk through the chisels, what we're going to use on there. Maybe leaving a look at these chisels again, what we bought online, these cheap ones, which are actually surprisingly really good. See if you wanted to buy some, we'll get a discount code for you coming up very soon. I'm just waiting for them to confirm it. Well, they've confirmed we can have it. I think they're just trying to generate it. I think it's quite new to them. But yeah, we can a bit of an online live stone carving lesson, which should be nice. Decide what we're going to carve. So what's Bryce say? Bryce says Chesterfield are trying to match the thumbs up we've got on this this live feed at 9, because they're now 5 goals up, 5 goals to 0, I presume that is. Well, I'd be impressed if they got to 9. That'd be amazing. After the review we did on these cheap chisels you can buy online, cheapest chisels on the internet, stone carving chisels, did anyone actually buy any? Has anybody tried them for himself? I know one guy who's got a set, and he loves them. He really loves them. They are not bad chisels at all. So I'm going to try and push on with this and try and get to the, well, I'm not going to finish it because I need to neaten it up, but try and get the T carved out and call it a day on that. It seems a shame to get this far and not get the T all roughed out. Then I'll give it a neaten up, and then I'll give it some paint, but not tonight. Any feedback is great, whether you want to put it on here or you want to send me an email on how to improve the channel in the whole, whether that's the live feed, the way I make the videos, what the videos are about, any suggestions. Feedback is fantastic. That's the way you improve. I'm not too precious that I'm not open to a bit of criticism and some feedback to improve. I don't mind that at all. Maybe in my younger day I wouldn't have liked it so much. Oh, Bridget's going now. Bye, Bridget. Thank you for watching. Say hello to Kevin for me. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Yeah, any feedback, great. I'd like to make them better, slowly get better. I think being able to have multiple cameras for different camera angles will be a big one. That'll be a big improvement. Just don't know how to do that quite yet. So I don't want to move to a massive complicated setup. Where it's going to take lots of running, and I need someone to help me run it, because I quite like the idea it's simple. Like my videos I make are all filmed on the original camera, a little bit grainy, a little bit broken. Like I told you all last week, there's a little bit of blue tack stuck in the corner of the camera lens, holding it open because it doesn't work properly. I quite like that. I quite like the fact that we film all this on just a mobile phone. But I do like the idea of a couple of different angles. So for your benefit, I'd like you to have a good experience. I'd like it so when people tune in, they feel engaged, they want to stick around and they want to have a chat, and people are enjoying themselves. Ken will be home soon. Well, make sure you say hi to him. I was talking earlier about marking out and using stencils and the way people go about it, and use the carbon paper. And it didn't really work on the Derbyshire stone, but it works really well on the limestone, and we think it'd work really well on the slate. And now I used to make stencils out of pizza boxes when I first started carving all them years ago, and then we bought a CNC cutting machine, what cuts card, what you design them up on a program. I know one guy who will draw his artwork on, or his lettering, or print it off the computer, and then when he's got it all on, he'll well, I've seen him use spray glue actually before, but that wasn't great, it didn't work out way, to stick the actual paper to the stone. Now what he does, he kind of sellotapes it down, or puts paperweights in, which we've used the paperweights a few times, and they'll go round and they'll carve through the paper, which will then leave the indentation on the stone, and then from there he's got something to carve. He's got the marking on the stone. I've never tried it, maybe we should. It's nice that a couple of you hanging around, seeing it out to the end of the carving. Just started to think now I'm getting to the end, my brain's turned to a nice warm cup of tea. Thinking, oh, I should have some supper, but I don't need any supper. I ate so much food over Christmas. It's not good. It's not good for the notches on the belt. Yeah, I need to work on that a little bit. But at least there's a lot of people in the same boat at this time of year. Almost there. We'll give it a little finish at that in a second when I'm just neating this up. Tomorrow I'll sneak down tomorrow night. Just put the final touches on some of the bits of carving. and we'll give it a good scrub down. Yeah, so final touch is good scrub down. And we'll get some paint on it. Oh, we'll put that chamfer on. Must not forget that chamfer. That should have been the first letter we carved this evening, but because of the viewing experience, that's the last. It's not very often we do it that way around. So what do we think? It's a bit of neatening up tomorrow. In the morning, well no, sorry, not in the morning, I've got an early start tomorrow. In the evening, there's a little bit there, look. Yeah, I think that'll do for tonight. Thank you all for watching. It was nice to get some good interaction. Nice people sending some pictures of the carvings in. Well, you can't leave that. There's a bit there. Overall, I would say that's another good evening carving. There's a chance I'm going to go live before Wednesday. Just working on a bit of that Tree of Life, in case anyone wants to tune in. So keep an eye out for that. If not, hopefully I'll see you all next Wednesday. Thanks for watching.